Are you ready? Here we go. T-Real.
Shining bright, going hard, living big, like a star. Trying to get it, already got it. And there ain't nothing no one can do about it. We living that best life. We living that best life. We living that best life. We living. Everybody talking about trying to hustle hard, but don't nobody want to talk about God. Trying to get it in, we trying to win, but don't nobody seem to know where to begin. Well, I'ma tell you something, I hope you listening. Life gets better when Jesus is your friend. You can tell him anything, he'll tell you everything. No competition, how you win it every day. Shining bright, going hard, living big.
Hey, how are all you kingdom builders living out there on this Tuesday evening? Testimony Tuesday, living life with Autumn. Did y'all see the wheel spin today? Did y'all see the winner? I think Cheryl Boyd was the winner. Yes. Did y'all see the wheel? Okay. Y'all still didn't do right. I told y'all to go to Living Life with Autumn and share. Please share. And comment. Yes. So before I bring Aneta on here, I've got to tell y'all this. The second part of my testimony. It's still Testimony Tuesday. This morning, I told you guys that it was in my spirit. I'm so excited, I gotta share. So it was in my spirit to do something, and I had to give something away. It was a van. I've been wanting to give this van away, but we use it for our child care facility. And my husband said, Autumn, you need that. What are you going to do if you give this away? That's why I really want to give this person this van. And they need it so much more. He said, yeah, but you need it for your business. So anyway, I made up my mind. I said, you know what? I told y'all this morning, I'm just going to have to do it out. I am just going to have to do without. So, my husband's in the car business. He flips cars, right? So we went and we found another van. Yes. So we can use that van until the testimony is how God, I was willing to just give it up and do it out. And God said I didn't have to. So anyway, that's how God works. Let me tell you. And I've given away plenty of cars. I've given away a couple Mercedes. But anyway, it's in the giving. I hope y'all did something good for somebody today. What did I tell y'all to do? Acts of kindness, do some acts of kindness. But anyway, with no further ado, we are going to bring Aneta Sproles on the show, and she's going to talk to us about domestic violence. And she's got a book coming out. Come on, Aneta. Hey, Aneta, she's at work, y'all. I don't know what this thumb is. Okay, that's your finger. Okay, there she is.
Hello.
She's got a new book coming out called Sleeping with the Monster. And so when is your book signing going to be?
It's going to be November 17th from 1 to 4 p.m. I want everybody to come out. This story, oh my God. It was there. Woo. Autumn, I'm trying to find the words without crying to even begin to express.
I understand, yeah. I do understand. I could imagine. I mean, I don't know, but I could imagine. And I've just been hearing so much about domestic violence lately. I think some of us as a people who have not experienced it personally don't know how prevalent it is, in our society. I was at a conference this weekend and they said like 1 out of 3 people have witnessed it. Been subject to it, or it was another third part of it. But anyway, it was very close to home, and that's a lot. That's a lot of people. And I know sometimes you suffer in silence, don't you?
Yes. And it's like you want to get out, you want to get away from that, but it's so much entails. Like there's a process of getting out of it. And when I hear people always say, you must just get up and pack your bags. How could you stay so long? There is a whole emotional, like there's a lot that goes into that psychologically. It's not so easy as just getting up, and then depending on who you're dealing with, that makes it even harder.
Like fear. And then
Yes.
provision, I'm sure sometimes, if you got kids,
Yes.
So, how long were you in that situation?
So I was in a
Thank
situation.
you. Thank you.
I
Go
was in
ahead,
there
baby.
for 5 years and a few months, and I repeatedly kept trying to get out, but the person would constantly come after me to
Wow.
make me come back to them.
Wow.
And because I had nobody, it was so hard to just walk away from that until a couple months ago when I was finally able to be free all the way from that.
So this is just recently you've been able to get your freedom.
Yes, permanently. Just
Wow. Wow, bless your heart. Hey, Q, Demarian, glad you guys are on there joining us. If you guys got any questions that Aneta can answer without revealing too much of her book, be sure
yeah.
to, because we definitely want y'all to read that book. Yes, yes, yes. So, wow, so 5 years. Wow. And so were you married? Did you have children?
I was married to this person. Now I'm divorced from them. But we were married. And we were married for 4.5 years out of the time that we were together for total.
Wow. So one of the things that I asked, I think it was somebody else that we was interviewing that had the same thing, domestic violence and things. Um, for people, were there any signs, because when I mentor young women or single women or whatever, I always say, we get into situations, but usually we ignore the signs. Were there any signs?
There were signs, but the fact that I was so vulnerable at the time because I had just suffered a severe traumatic loss right before I had met this person, they preyed on the vulnerability that was there.
Wow.
So I was unable to see the signs because of such vulnerability that I was in at that moment. I was not in my full capacity in the way that I am now, that I would have been able to process and recognize and kind of remove myself as soon as I saw the signs.
Wow, wow. So you're saying they probably were there, but because they kind of got you, like you said, in a emotional state, which we as women do, and you couldn't see them,
Yeah.
right? But was hindsight 2020 looking back, were the signs there?
Yes. Yeah. Now with a clearer vision, they definitely were there.
Wow, wow. So when you're saying that, I'm thinking like us as women, because we're so emotional. And men kind of, they know when we're like, what do they call it, on the rebound or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, uh, would it be safe to say, or would you give us the advice to say we need to make sure that we're emotionally healed before we start another journey?
That would definitely be my advice, is that to make sure you are healed, because some people sense certain things. They can see the vulnerability. They can see the unhealed. And if you appear a certain way, some people don't come into your life to help you heal and become better, to be healthy in a relationship. Some people prey on that to actually re-traumatize you in a different way. So you have to be
Wow.
careful. So I would definitely say, if you are not healed, take that time you need for yourself. Love yourself. Just stay to yourself. It's okay to be by yourself until you're healed, so that you enter into something healthy versus something toxic.
Yeah, because we really can't trust uh, our emotions at that point when we're hurting, yeah, yeah. So was it physical abuse?
Yes, it was physical, verbal, emotional. It was pretty severe. I won't go into too much detail.
No, no, we want to read the book.
Now y'all know
Why I was bringing
now,
that
but
out was sometimes people think abuse is just physical,
yes,
and it's not always just physical abuse. It could be, like you say, verbal abuse,
yeah,
mentally abuse, playing head games with you, emotional abuse. Like I said, because we are women and we're emotional, abusing us there. No, and those things are just as hurtful and leave scars, right?
yes.
Yeah. So what can you share with us to encourage us to read the book? What is it that you want us to get out of your story?
If you take the time to read my testimony, if you take the time to read my story, and you just understand these shocking events that I have survived, and if you are going through something like that, you definitely want to read my book to understand what it's like to be in it. If you are not, and if you are, how to find the strength to get out of it. My book will truly help and inspire millions, and I hope that that's what it does. Because that was one of the main reasons I wrote it, because I know there's so many women out there, they want to get out, they don't know how, they have not had a circle or anybody that they can confide in to help them on that journey to finally escape for free and live a life beyond abuse.
Yes. You guys make sure you share. Make sure you share. Let everybody know that her book is coming out. She's actually going to have the book signing at Convention Plaza, November the 17th. So go to her page, Aneta Sproles. I think Frank too will put that information up there for you, and or my page. She's on there, and you can grab her from there and friend her. But be sure to be at her book signing and encourage her and support her and just hear the story. And so the other thing I want to ask, we're going to ask you about the book. You were saying what we're going to get out of the book. There was something else I wanted to ask you about telling your story. So how long did it take you to write your book?
So writing my book, I would say this was a process because I had wrote certain things like last year, but I was still in it, and that person did not want me to end up writing this book. Um,
Mm. You mean
and
the guy that your
yeah,
ex-husband?
yes, he was like, "You won't live to write this book." Um,
Oh,
and I
wow.
Yes, and so I remember just thinking like, God, let me get out of this to tell my story. Don't let me die in this. And that person just kind of repeatedly kept trying to emotionally confuse me and abuse me to make me feel like I would never live to tell my story. So that's also why my book is so impactful, because these are true events that occurred, that I feel like the journey of it, just what it is and how I got out of it is very important for people to understand, and it can help others who need that encouragement and that guide of how to get out and stay out.
Yeah, because you just, yeah. Yeah, that's a dark place. That's a dark place. And so that's the question that I wanted to ask was, is there any help out here for women that are in those type of situations?
Yes, there is a lot of help. A lot of people at times are afraid to ask for it. I have a nonprofit now where I offer several domestic violence services, and I am going to be expanding that to get my own center within the next year, so that women
Oh,
have a
awesome.
to come to, so they can stay there, have a safe place to live. So I'm going to be doing a lot of expanding because I understand what that's like when you don't have anybody and you want somewhere safe to be, to heal. And I'm also going to be bringing counselors within the next 6 months to offer free counseling to domestic violence victims.
Oh man, that's big. That's big, Anita. Yeah, I'm glad to know you. I'm honored to know you. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's big. Mary Floyd is on. I think you know her, don't you? Maria Floyd. She's
Yes,
on. You know her? She said that she was in an abusive marriage for 8 years and she's been free for 8 years now. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Y'all making me cry. I'm a cry baby. I'm a cry. Um, Q said, definitely congratulations on your freedom, Anita. And she said a lot of people are embarrassed to ask for help. Were you
yes.
embarrassed to ask for help?
I was very embarrassed because I was asking for help from business partners, people who looked at me in just this high stature, had no clue what I was going through. And they were like, "Well, you're always posting pictures and you look so happy." We had no clue. So it was hard for me, being who I am, to ask for that help, because I was like, man, just, are people going to look down on me? Are they going to give help? What's going to be that reaction? But I will say it's very needed. It You should definitely ask for help, even if you fear it. Step on that faith and believe, because when God sees you trying, God will do the rest. And that is part of my testimony because I remember God just saying, "Be still, I'm God, I'm going to get you out of this." And to be out of
Man.
it, to tell my story, it has truly been amazing. It's been healing, and I hope to really help a lot of other women throughout my lifetime to get out of that and thrive in life and be happy.
Amen. Yeah, yeah. Q says, yeah, I ain't gonna say what she said. She said something. Yes, I was, and it turned me to it. I guess Q was a part of domestic violence as well, and didn't know that about you, Q. And it turned me to an angry person that stayed in a dark place. And I see such a glow and a smile and a joy in your heart, and you don't seem to have that same effect. It didn't turn you bitter, did it, or angry at any point?
So I just was frustrated because they were not doing anything about me reporting what was happening to me. But the reason why it didn't change to an angry person is because my genuine person is a happy person. That happy person never left. That genuine, kind, loving person, I never allowed what was happening to me because I understood it was temporary. I didn't allow it to have a forever effect on me and change who I was.
Okay, okay. And I know I was thinking earlier today about, you were saying God, you relied on God to bring you through, and you depended on Him, and your confidence was in Him. And I was thinking earlier about how we have these testimonies because we've been through something and God has brought us out, you know? And I just think about all the horrendous things that some of us have gone through, and we wonder why we got to go through them. But did you ever, I'm gonna finish my thought on that, but did you ever question in your mind, was that ever a question with you and God, like, what's
Yeah.
up?
I've had a lot of nights where I was like, God, me? I'm like, I'm like, I know who I am, the way I've been in life. I'm like, me? Like, why me of all people? And so I definitely had those moments, but God was like, you're going to get through this. You're going to be okay. And so that's why a lot of even the women that I have recently met that I help now, I tell them all the time, keep your faith. I know it's hard at times, but keep your faith. God will get you through it. Even when you don't see a way, God is going to make a way for you to get through that.
Amen. Amen. I still got another thought, and then I'm gonna finish it. But did you ever blame yourself?
Yes, I blame myself quite a few times because I came from a family where my parents, they were married. My father, no matter what happened, my father never raised his hand to my mother. He taught us to respect women, and he showed us that. So, and I felt like, man, I'm letting down my dad. I'm like, he raised us so well. He didn't put us in that. And so for me to go through it, I was like, oh my God, I'm like, I'm really, I'm like, how could I do this? And that's not the way I was taught. And so for a while, I did blame myself.
Wow, that's crazy, right?
Yes.
It like, but that's real. It's real. It's crazy how, you know, we're the victim, but somewhere in our mind it gets twisted where it's our fault. Your fault. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's something we gotta forgive ourselves. We gotta forgive the acute, the one coming at us, and we gotta forgive ourselves as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what I was going to finish saying about the thing with God taking us through, allowing, well, He doesn't take us, He allows life to happen, and but it's all for His glory, and I'm just like, so many times throughout biblical history, everybody went through something. I don't care how great a statue they had, or how rich they were, or however mightily God used them. It's always through our testimonies, our struggles, our trials, that were victory. I mean, everybody that I've talked to lately in these networking things, that have gone through these type of things like you, I mean, they get the greatest victory. They have the greatest reward and triumphs, and being able to take what you've gone through and bless these other women. You know what I'm saying? Because it's life. For whatever reason, it's life. And I tell people, it ain't God, it ain't the devil, it's life. You know what I'm saying? And it's so good to have somebody like you that didn't let it hold you down, keep you down, made you come up hard. You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, I'm not only going to come up out of this, I'm going to help a whole lot of other women, as many as I can, come up out of this. And baby, don't you know the devil is mad?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it ain't just about me. I mean, that's a beautiful thing that, I'm not just celebrating and telling my story how I came up out of this, but I'm trying to create an atmosphere where I can help other women, right? And so what else would you like to tell us about you or the book before we go?
So I just want to tell everybody that I hope you guys will go out and purchase the book. It's called Sleeping with the Monster: My Story of Survival. These are true events that, when I tell you, the stories are jaw dropping. They will bring you healing. They will make you have emotions, but it's all to help others heal the way that I'm healing. I also have my nonprofit organization where I help women who are currently going through domestic violence. I'm working on a program now to house those women. So if you need a safe space, I am available to call. You need to email me anytime. I'm available. Just friend me on Facebook. I'm pretty much active a lot on social media. So to any woman out there that wants to get some type of help, that's scared to reach out, feel free to reach out to me. I am very understanding and caring.
Okay, so you're on Facebook, Aneta Sproles. Frank to put that up there. Is there any other way they can get in touch with you?
I'm on Instagram as Wealthy Aneta. If you wish to purchase my book, I have my own store, which is anetashop.org. And you can go on there to purchase the book, and also my new healing products I have, which is under eye mask to help you sleep better at night. And then I also have healing, which you wear throughout the day. It has calming scents to help you have a more healing energy throughout your body.
Okay, and I'll say so we can go ahead and purchase the book now, and we can just come to you and get it signed.
Yes.
So the book has already been released.
So the book, it comes out November 15th. It's in pre-order now. So if you
Oh,
pre-order
okay.
it as soon as it comes out, I sign it. You get a matching keychain, and then come out and attend the book, the meet and greet that I'm going to do on November 17th. That's going to be amazing too, and I'll be able to sign some more books. But if you pre-order now, you will get a signed autograph book from me, and you'll also get a matching keychain to match the book.
Okay, and now tell me about this spray that you put on that relaxes you. What's all in the spray?
So it's eye masks. So you put them on to sleep with them, and you put them
Okay.
on your eyes. It's infused with scents, and it helps to calm the body, the muscles in the body, your face, because a lot of times we
Okay.
go through so many different emotions throughout the day, and it's to
Mhm.
help. It also helps with trauma, because certain scents, people don't know that when you've been through trauma, certain scents can help calm your senses and heal you and have you in a more relaxed state versus that fight or flight state.
And what are some of those scents?
So you can do things like eucalyptics, peppermint, and then there's one that I'm creating now that's going to be like a signature scent that I'm going to name it and everything. So that'll
Oh
be out
wow.
next month. So
Oh wow. And so now you said we purchased those on what gift?
it's called it's anetashop.org. That's my online store. So it's yeah,
AnitaShop.org. Okay.
yeah, ANETAS, and then uppercase SHOP.org. So anetashop.org.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah.
You got a lot going on. So yeah, so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to November the 17th. I'm gonna go ahead and get on there and pre-order my book. Y'all get on there and pre-order your book, support her. Yep, there we go. AnetaShop.org. Go and buy this to relax
One
our
more S in
faith.
the middle of Aneta.
So do what, baby?
So it's ANETAS and then another S shop. So it's Aneta's
Two
shop.
S's. Yeah, two S. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, there. That look kind of funny, Aneta, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna make sure we get on there, and we're gonna support definitely. And this everybody said they're so proud of you, and they know it's a hard struggle and a battle. And so I appreciate you taking time in your work day to come and join and give us this test, as much as you could without us reading the book. And I'm just glad you're happy, you're smiling, you're doing big things, and you're helping other women. And we're going to let you go because we know you got to get back to work, unless it's something else you want to share.
No, thank you for having me, Autumn, on the show. And so I just hope everybody will go out and support the book. It is truly a triumph story that I feel like everybody should hear and read, and it will truly touch your heart.
Yeah, because it's a giant. So it doesn't matter what our giants are, even though we may not be experiencing domestic violence. We all have situations that we've gotten ourselves into sometimes, and we don't know how we're going to get out. So I'm sure there's some jewels and some nuggets in there for everybody, regardless of whether we've experienced domestic violence or not, right?
Yes.
So God bless you. You have a wonderful evening, and me and you will be talking soon. I love you. Bye. Good night. Okay. So that was Aneta Sproles. Yes. Sleeping with a monster. Oh my gosh. Q says she's that car. What she say? That card. Yeah, says she's sleeping with sleeping with the monster. And sometimes says we're sleeping with the enemy. We don't know who we're sleeping with sometimes. We're like, who are you? You're not the one I met. But anyway. So laughing, but we know it's we know it's a hard place, a hard situation. And we know a lot of women don't, or men, I was even thinking about the men some, where I'm a woman's girl, I'm all for the girls, but we know that men go through struggles and trials and abuse as well sometimes. And men don't really have a place to vent and share. I thought about that, but I don't think my husband let me do a men's thing. But anyway, maybe some men will get together and do that because men need a place, a space, a safe place. So you guys make sure you do check out Aneta. And you guys know what my thing is. It's always that God will bless you, and keep you real close. And you guys have a fabulous evening on purpose. And, get some sweet. Love y'all. Frank, too, where are you?